The Grape Street Gang started in the late 1960s or early 1970s. They formed in the rundown neighborhoods of Palm Hill. Palm Hill is a rough neighborhood in the fictional metropolis of Dark Meat City, known for being the leading cause of the city's crime rate and home to the street gang called the Grapes. If you aren't from Palm Hill, then you shouldn't visit, because the Grapes are aggressive to strangers.
What's good, cuz? This ain't no place for no little motherfuckers like you. And give thy thoughts no tongue nor any unproportioned thought is acts. That's Shakespeare.
This is so they can maintain a tight grip on Palm Hill, enforcing their rules so stuff like this doesn't happen. Dark Meat City is located on the west coast of the United States, resembling Los Angeles. It sits in the southern part of a fictional New California and is next to the Mojave Desert. With a population of 17 million people, it's the second most densely populated city in the US right after New York City. And while it sounds like a place Diddy would love to visit, it is notorious for its crime. The Grapes are led by Popeye Williams, a charismatic fat man known for his love for spoken word. He loves poetry and often expressed himself through poetic word, earning him the nickname Shakespeare.
Worst remains behind. Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 4.
As for their ops, they were based in a nearby neighborhood called Brentwood Boulevard. They would go by the Limes and wore the color green. This rivalry mirrored the real-life conflict between the Bloods and Crips. In this scene is where we first see the Limes doing a drive-by shooting, injuring 2 Grapes members and sparking a fierce gang war. In the comics, the Limes killed a Grapes member named Bobby, further escalating the back and forth between the two. Meanwhile, in the neighborhood of Brentwood, a Grape member is caught spraying over Lime Gang tags. That's when a Lime member confronts him and without hesitation, shoots and kills him in cold blood. In the comics, these gangs go by the Bloods and Crips. So when the shooter says he's painting the walls red, the line hits even harder. Tensions were high, but the gangs finally sat down to make peace, agreeing to become one as the United Gangs of America to take on the police together. But just minutes in, it all fell apart. One member of the Limes wrecked an ambulance, sparking a full-on brawl between the crews. Fists flew, guns came out, and some even turned on their own. In the middle of the madness, a pregnant woman went into labor, stopping everyone for a brief moment. But before things could settle, the cops swarmed the scene, kicking off another fight and hauling gang members off in cuffs. The Grapes leader Popeye wanted to unite all the gangs in DMC to stop the beef and take control of the city. His plan was to team up with Madre Suerte, a Mexican-American gang from Rios Rosas, the ran-down, rat-infested neighborhood they controlled. This is where the final battle goes down between the Dark Meat City gangs, the crooked cops, and the criminal groups hiding in the government. The streets are turned into a war zone, and nobody knows who to trust. Just a bunch of low-life street gangs going at it with the local police. And the whole time Popeye is in the thick of it, leading the gangs as they take over block by block, wiping out cops and government thugs one by one. In the end, the city is theirs, and Popeye gets the last laugh. Everything went exactly how he wanted. Popeye can be described as cold, sharp, and even calculated. He doesn't say much, but when he does, his words are impactful.
Eye for an eye, motherfucker.
I highly recommend you guys checking out this franchise. I'll drop a link to the comic and movie in the pinned comment.